Hey there, YouTube. Well, it's kind of a crappy morning. I kind of am missing that really pretty weather we had all weekend and yesterday. Oh, it was wonderful. And it went away. I think it's going to be up in the 60s today. So it's going to be pretty decent, but it's not a 70-degree day by a long shot. Today, if it's not raining this afternoon, will be an excellent time for me to get out and seed in my peas, and we are going to do some peas this year. So I'm going to briefly run through my varieties, kind of talk about what I might narrow down and not plant out of here and all that jazz. And I'm also going to try to get to the beans and then maybe do another video about like my squash, melons, and cucumbers that I'm going to put out. So let's get started with this. And some of these, I'm not going to sell starter plants for peas because, I mean, seriously, you can stick a pea into some soil here and it will grow just fine. So I don't see the need to do that. I can recommend where people can buy pea seeds. That's, about the sum of the peas. Nor will I start beans. The only beans that I would consider starting, I'll get to those later. So I've got my coffee going. Let's get started. First things first, I want to freeze a bunch of peas for the winter. And my buddy Terry Lambert, he's also an admin in the Heirloom and Addicts Anonymous groups. He sent me 2 packs of these English peas. Now, he didn't know exactly what type they were, but that's okay because that was exactly what I was wanting right there, because those are the shelling peas. And I know I got several of these. And I'm sure I have another packet somewhere. I know I got a Baker Creek. Yeah, right here. Okay, so I've got 3 packs of sugar snap peas. So that will definitely be going in there. I'll probably use up the Baker Creek first because they are the oldest. And then also, these aren't too old. These are from 2022. I'm going to just pop in these Tom Thumb seeds here and there, wherever I think they'll fit really well. And they don't get very big. I mean, they only get maybe 2 feet. So they're really small. And I have a bunch of square 1-gallon black pots that, I mean, I could actually grow those up on the deck. So, I mean, I know I'll have those. They will not go out on the trellis. It's just not needed. These, however, need the trellis. And I'm going to plant out the rest of those. That is a variety that I think I will retire from growing after this year. It's just, they're okay, but it's not any great shakes as far as what I want to do. I mean, having pea shoots is nice, but I don't grow them to harvest those. And the same with these. These I grew last year. They are very similar to these, except for they're not the tendril. They're just, I don't see anything to alert the media over on either one of these blue varieties. And then we have some Laxton Progress number 9. It's also a bush pea, much like the Tom Thumb. So that will probably be going into the pots. And then I've got different packs of the same pea. Now these are funny. These are Cascadia Snap. These actually came from a Northwest burger chain called Burgerville. And when you ordered the kids meal, rather than giving you a toy, they would give you a pack of seeds. And so I ordered the kids meal, which was, substantial. It was enough for me for sure. And I got Cascadia Snap peas, and I just think they're great. And I also have a pack of Fairy Morris of the same variety. But the Cascadia, they're older, and I need to get those planted out first. And then we also have some Green Arrow bush peas. And these are the Walmart. And you can tell that they're Walmart because Walmart sells them for 20 cents, these American Seed. And the dollar store sells them for 25 cents. So these are the Walmart Dwarf Gray Sugar. They're good. I've grown them many years. I've grown those. And then I got a couple of new ones from M.I. Gardner when he had his sale going on. And here they are. I got, oops, wrong way. There we go. Don't you love hitting the camera? We got Avalanche Pea, and that's going to fall down. And I got Blizzard Pea. So both of those are going to go in. I'm going to actually put these into the bag so that I can keep things straight here. Holy moly. I do not trade pea seeds with people online because they're so bulky to send, and to just send for me out of my post office, and that's my local post office here in Cowlitz County, any of them, or the one out of Portland. They charge me over $5 just for it to go as a parcel. So I do not trade pea seeds. From the dollar store, and these are an heirloom, Little Marvel. And then I have the Oregon Sugar Pod 2. Both are great varieties. And lastly, this was also from M.I. Gardner when he had his dollar sale. And I grow these every year. Spring Blush. See, that the Sugar Magnolia, the blue peas, not very impressed. These are also a tendril pea, and so if you wanted to grow them for pea shoots, this is the one I recommend. And I don't have good luck with a lot of M.I. Gardner stuff, but the peas, they seem to do okay for me, so I don't mind purchasing those. This was something new for me last year, and I grew one bucket of it, and they are a rather long season, so that's why I'm grateful that I'm going to get these in early here in March. And these are called Rovia, and these are a dry soup pea. And I'd never heard of such a thing, so I went ahead and I ordered them, and I did grow them out last year. And they are just really great. And you can grind these for polenta, and they come from the Umbrian region of Italy, and they're just cool. They're all different colors. Hang on, I will see if I can. Oh! Without dropping them all over. I don't know how this is going to work, but they are all different colors. They're not your typical pea. So I grew these out for seed last year, so I didn't get enough out of one bucket to even make a pot of soup. So we're going to grow more this year. They're not going to go in the buckets. I think I'm going to dedicate a raised bed to them. And then from smallhousefarm.com, it's got glare on it right there, smallhousefarm.com. Bevan Cohen owns this website. He doesn't have a huge variety of produce or seeds, vegetable seeds on his site, but what he does offer is absolute stellar quality. I grew his Calabrian chilies last year, and the germination rate was almost 100%. You can't ask for more than that. So these are golden sweet peas. I grew them several years ago and couldn't really find them, and then he had them on his site, and I was like, woohoo! So yeah, I'll be growing those this year. Alaskan peas, those are standard. I think everybody's probably heard of those. Now we get into the fun stuff. Okay. Let me situate these around. I kind of went nuts at Nikitovka, and that's www.nikitovka.com. And what I did is went through when they had their 97-cent sale, and I think I still have one or two pea varieties coming in that I just ordered. I believe it was a week or two ago. And those won't make my cut this year, obviously, because they'll be coming in too late. And that's okay, because peas, as long as you store them properly, they will last you and germinate for several years. So I got Rada, and I've got 2 packs of this. I've planted this for several years now, and these are called Joff. And these are all of these are more of like a bush variety. We've got Sunny Bunny, and I've got 2 packs of these as well, 6 weeks. We've got Primrose, Favorite, Miracle, or Vegetable Miracle, and Emerald Pearl. So I am pretty good to go on peas for this year. I do foresee being able to preserve enough to last the year. At least I better be able to. If I can't, I've got something wrong with me and I probably need to get a different hobby. Okay, so let me situate. We're going to move on to beans. After I get these situated here, take me just a second because I don't want them falling all over the place. All right. So, in Heirloom Tomato Addicts Anonymous, I have a member. Her name is Julie Woodbury, and she owns Woodbury Farms in Ross, North Dakota, and I order seeds from her. And she has a very short growing season. So I know whatever I get from her will definitely make it in my zone 8B here. We have a longer growing season, and ours is also warmer. Well, I can't say that. I'm sure hers is warmer during the summer because I think it gets, oh my God, hot there. But she has a shorter growing season than what I do. So I've got Wood Boogie bush beans. And then she has this labeled as a bush bean, but it's actually not. This is a pole bean, and that is Good Mother Stollard. I've got Jacob's Gold, which is the gold variety of Jacob's cattle bean. Let's see here. For fresh eating, I'm going to do Blue Lake 274. I'm going to just set these back over here as I go through them. That way I've got some room. These are top-notch golden wax. And I'm doing green beans and yellow beans this year because one of Bob's favorite things is a 4-bean salad. And I didn't know that till we went camping and spent some time with my brother and sister-in-law before they moved out of state. And she made him a 4-bean salad because she knew he loved it. And man, oh man, did he scarf down that. So, oh wow, I got a delivery coming. I'll hang on here so he doesn't think I'm nuts. Thank you. And so this year I'm going to give edamame a whirl. The dog is late to the party here. Rose, they've already gone. You're late. And I got this big 2-ounce thing of Vortex pole beans. These are actually my favorite green bean. Love Vortex. These, I tried to grow these out last year, but I didn't have any luck because of our soil. These are Calypso. These are also known as orca beans, yin yang. And I do have another package so I can actually show you what they look like because that one's taped shut. And then also from Uprising, I have this 4-bean mix. And what's in there is Tanya's Pink Pod, Empress, Dragon Lingerie, which is also known as Dragon's Tongue, and Blooming Prairie. I have grown 3 out of the 4. I have never grown Empress. But I know what the other 3 seeds look like. So the oddball out would be the Empress. So these are going to be super simple to separate out so that I can grow exactly what I want. And I'm not entirely sure I want to grow the Empress this year because I have other green bean varieties. But I definitely want the Tanya's Pink Pod, the Dragon Tongue, and the Blooming Prairie. And those are all for fresh eating. They're really good. And then I have my wood trellis out here, and on either side I want to grow Chinese green noodle beans and the red noodle beans. I grew these 2 years ago, and they did fantastic for me, actually. And what these numbers, you'll see numbers like this on some of these packets. What that indicates is when we put them out in the raised bed, instead of writing the names out on the tags, I just numbered the tags and then numbered the packs. So no great mystery there. That's what that means. Brand new pack that I never even got to plant last year. So they're going to go. So what I'll probably wind up doing, because with the noodle beans, I'm not going to save seeds from them. I don't know. I grew them really well 1 year. And by all rights, they should have grown awesome here because they got like direct sun and everything that they love. And they didn't. And I think it's because of the soil. So we're going to change the soil, see how they do. And then so that will be in one bucket. And in the other bucket, I'm going to put those runner beans. And, I'm going to hang on to those. And then like I was saying about the dragon lingerie, that's what they are. And these, I know Vortex are my favorite green variety. Well, actually I can't say that. My favorite green variety is actually coming up. Vortex is my second. But these are my all-time favorite for fresh eating. Just absolutely love those. And I did a trade for these about 3 years ago. And they did okay for me. I mean, no great shakes. But again, we got that piss poor soil. So I will give these another whirl, see how they do. And, yeah, okay, we'll do this. So this is a Borlato bush, or tongues of fire. And I've only got a few seeds of these left. However, I've got something to show you guys coming up. I'm also excited to do these Kabuli black garbanzo beans, which I didn't know this, but Washington State is known for their garbanzo beans and also for growing lentils. These are French lentils. And I found that any French variety does really well here because we're on the same parallel as France is. And that's why our wines here in Washington State rival those in France. Just a little bit of useless trivia in case you didn't know. And I've also going to try these black beluga lentils. I have some red lentils. I don't think that I pulled those, and I'm not sure why I didn't, but maybe I did. Hang on. I have to get into this bag here. I'm going to put this on pause so I can get these sorted. Okay, and now we're going to start on these little packets. One of my admin's names in Heirloom Tomato Addicts Anonymous is Rita. And before I made her an admin, I sent her off a bunch of Egyptian walking onion sets so that she could grow them. And in return, holy moly, she sent me seeds for beans. Woo! Got Trahoon Sunset. And I grew those. Those are very prolific. Grandpa Bishop. Pink Tip Greasy. I grew these before too. These are Juanita Smith Pull. And I've got packets in here that I've actually saved of several of these. Like Jeff Hughes Greasy Shortcuts. Or Cut Shorts, excuse me. Shortcuts. Cherokee Trail of Tears. Move these off to the side. And there's some more in here too. I'm sure that Robert, I don't think these are from her though. Robert Hazelwood dry bean. It's a dry bush bean. Those are really pretty. I can't remember where I ordered these from. Woods Mountain Crazy Bean. We'll give those a whirl. They've kind of got an interesting little pattern on it. I suspect they're just a green bean. These are ones that I grew out a few years ago. And these are a Vermont cranberry bush bean. And they were very prolific. And then this type of lentil. These lentils are going to go... I don't know if they need to be trellised. I have to find that out. This is my favorite green bean of all time, and it's called Maxi Bell, and it's like a haricot variety, a French haricot variety. Very tender. It's just a delicious bean all the way around. Let's see here. Oh, yikes. Got Jacob's cattle bean. Those are really, really stunning. These are, oh God. Haudenosaunee Iroquois skunk beans, and I'm pretty certain that I butchered that pronunciation, but hey, I'm doing the best I can. I don't know how to speak Iroquois, so if somebody does, could you tell me how to say that in the comments below? That would be great. Got Tiger's Eye. That one's a pretty one. This is an Old Joe Clark Half Runner. It's an Appalachian heirloom. It's getting warm in here. These are one of my favorite. These, when I said about the Calypso bean, and it's also called Orca and Yin Yang, this is what they look like. They're absolutely stunning, and this is a bush variety. And I think that's why I like the skunk beans so much, is because they resemble this, and I just think that they're just striking. They're so pretty to me. And then this is a Senate Navy soup bean, and it is a white navy bean. But the story behind these, and I need to grow these out so I can get these back to Russ Crowe, because I'm actually doing a grow out for him. Is the story behind these is this was an actual soup bean that they cooked up and served at a Senate dinner. So that's really cool. That's some really cool Americana trivia right there. And I have a bunch of these saved, but I pulled this instead so people can see what it looks like. I am very prolific Hobbs goose bean. It is it's a pole bean. It's a pole variety. And it's really cool looking. And because I got a lot of saved seed from it, then I'm confident growing that out to actually try to eat it this year. And then we've got some Chinese Vigna Ludmilla, I guess is how you would pronounce it. But this is like the noodle beans, but this is a bush variety. So I've got like the dollar store version of a green stalk planter. And I'm going to put these up at the top and let them hang down. I think that would be cool. Let's see. Oh, this is another favorite green bean of mine. And these are flood pole beans. And I do eat these green version, but they also, they dry up really nice too. And those, I got those from www.forgottenheirlooms.com. I don't know as if he has any in stock, but it's always worth checking to see. A lot of times I've noticed that he'll have like one thing for a year and then he doesn't have it, and it's because he needs to grow it out or what have you. But I mean, I'm sure if you ask him, his name is Ken, he's a nice guy, I'm sure you guys can get it figured out from there. And then we got Rockwell bush beans. It's kind of interesting looking. I like those. Let's see. And then these are from Nicotovka. And this is a Libra bush green bean. I'm going to try some black turtle beans. Oh boy. Let's see if I can say this. This is a Zolotai Zvezda. I don't know. It's just my best guess. And the name of this bean actually just cracks me up. This is called Alora bush bean. Oh, okay, whatever. It would really go into an Americana garden. And then I have Plus de Soleil. And those are my Nicotovka beans. And then I have these. And that's the name of them up there. Right there. Don't even ask me. Pagusawad Put Sang. I guess the translation is yellow dog belly. And those are a native variety. And it is not up to me to sell them nor trade them. I am simply going to grow them out to make sure that they do not go extinct. And then these are really cool. You know what? I'm going to save these till the last because those are so cool. It's actually the coolest looking bean that I have in my entire collection. And then we got from Russ Crowe. His website is www.abeancollectorswindow.com. And he is an admin in Heirloom Bean Addicts Anonymous. And great guy. It's just so knowledgeable. I mean, holy moly. And I love how he does business. But anyways, this is Dapple Gray. And you can see it's kind of grayish there. That's really cool. We have Smith River Super Speckle. And they are speckled. Some are more speckled than others. But that's okay because beans are unique. They're very unique. This is my favorite thing to grow in the garden, hands down, is a bean. Maria Zeller. I might grow more tomatoes than I do beans, but beans are my favorite thing to grow. Those are super pretty. These are supposed to be a really good soup bean, especially if you're making like Boston baked beans or whatnot. These are called Beckett Brown. And that's why I got those. So I'll be growing these out this year. I don't know as I will have enough to put up, but they could surprise me. You never know. Let's see here. Palomino. These are so pretty. Look at those. These are a semi-runner, and they're called Pale Gray Lavender. And they are pale gray lavender. They're very pretty. Cannellino Rosso. Now I have the Cannellino. Oh, it's the black version of these, but I didn't pull them out. And I got those from smallhousefarm.com. But these are really pretty. Really, really, really pretty. Oh, I had another Nicotovka. I lied. So those tongues of fire that I showed you, well, these are the same thing. That's just how they say tongues of fire there, I guess. Reed Crope, I guess. And just a nice bean all the way around. And these are called Vietch Wonder, Vietch Wonder, or Vetch Wonder. They're quite interesting. They look a lot like the Robert Hazelwood, but the Robert Hazelwood are a pole bean, I believe. Oh, hell, I'm not going to dig through that pile to look. And then we got Black Nightfall. These are a semi-runner, which means they will vine out a little bit. They're very pretty. And Fru Goldbone. I don't know. I believe that is either German or Danish. I don't know. But they're very interesting looking. And they're supposed to taste really, really good. So I'm going to give those a whirl. And then these are got to be my favorite looking bush bean. And they're called Skunk River Trout Beans. And it's just something about, I think skunks are just, they don't smell too hot. I'll grant you that. But skunks are just cute. But anyways, I like things that have skunk in the name. But look at these. And those are black and white. And they're so pretty. So I'm growing out of a huge mess of Russ Crowe's beans this year. And then these are the coolest beans, hands down, period, I've ever seen. And I'm lucky I have them. And I'm going to give them a whirl this year. As a matter of fact, when I pull my first tray off of my heating mats, I am going to plant 3 of these in a cup to see what I can get them to do. I'm not going to plant them all because I don't know, and I don't want to waste them because this is all I've got. And these are called Apatram beans. They are a sword bean. Look at those. Look at how big those seeds are. Oh my God. And those are the coolest bean seeds I have ever seen in my life. They are the biggest bean seeds I have ever seen in my life. And I really want to grow these. So those definitely. And anyway, that's what I've got going on as far as beans and peas this year. Make sure to give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, get subscribed, because I will show you as these grow along, and keep you up to date. So, peace.